This is for the woman who works all day and still shows up at night. For the one who's tired, but keeps going. For the woman who builds while breaking. You're not just a working woman. You are a force, a quiet revolution, a leader. This story is about you. Life in motion, power born from chaos. Your days are filled with fire. Wake up, care for others, meet deadlines, solve problems. And yet, you rise. Every morning, you begin again. You handle the chaos. You fight without fanfare. And in that quiet storm, you become unstoppable. Through discipline. The secret weapon, motivation fades, but discipline stays. You show up, tired, unseen, uncelebrated, and still give your best. Because success isn't about mood, it's about movement. You move forward, even when you're scared, even when no one claps. To balance is a lie, but you create harmony. Perfect balance? It doesn't exist, but you master the chaos. You decide what matters. You don't chase everything. You choose what moves you forward. Finding inspiration. When the world demands too much inspiration, doesn't arrive by accident. It is built through silence, intention, and pause. Close your eyes, take a breath, feel your fire again. This is yours. This moment to reconnect, to realign. You deserve success, and you know how to get it. They told you, stay small, don't be too ambitious, be nice, be quiet, but you refused. You said, watch me. Success isn't just allowed, it's yours to claim. Her time is now. No more waiting, no more delaying her dreams. Her time is now. She rises early, she takes action, she moves with purpose. She is no longer shrinking, she is stepping forward, fully. Rest is not weakness. She rests, not because she's weak, but because recovery is part of resilience. Rest is her strategy. It's how she sharpens her edge. Teens saying no is power. No is not rejection, it's protection. She says no to what drains her, no to what distracts her, and that no makes her yes more powerful. She builds in silence. She's not here to impress. She's here to build, quietly, deliberately, and one day, they'll wonder how she did it. And the answer will be, she did it in silence. Pressure creates queens. Pressure doesn't break her, it reveals her. When the world pushes, she rises. She doesn't just survive it, she's crowned by it. Confidence is a choice. Confidence isn't given, it's chosen. She walks with it, even on uncertain ground. She speaks with it, even through fear. Every act of courage builds more confidence. She leads with heart. She leads not with ego, but with empathy. She makes space for others. She shows the way, not with orders, but with example. That is a real leadership. The power of her voice. Her voice is not small, it's sharp, bold, and when she speaks, it's not noise, it's change. She redefines success. Success to her isn't applause, it's alignment. It's waking up proud, it's peace. She redefines success on her own terms. She fights self-doubt. Daily doubt still whispers, but she doesn't obey it. She moves anyway. Every step is evidence that she's stronger than fear. She is financially powerful. She earns, she learns, she builds. Money is not control, it's freedom, and she is claiming hers, boldly. Her energy is her empire. She protects her energy, like treasure. She doesn't waste it on drama. She doesn't feed chaos. Her peace is her empire. Sisterhood is her superpower. She doesn't compete, she collaborates. She claps when other women win. She builds tables, not walls, because power shared multiplies. She masters the mirror. She looks in the mirror and sees progress, not flaws, not failure, just growth. She smiles because she knows how far she's come. She is the fire and the calm. She is not one thing. She is many. She is fierce and soft. She is thunder and still water. She is the fire and the calm that contains it. She doesn't break. She bends and rises. When life throws storms, she doesn't shatter. She bends. She adjusts. And when it's over, she rises taller, stronger, unmoved at her core. She creates. She doesn't wait. She doesn't wait for the perfect moment. She creates momentum. She doesn't wait to be chosen. She chooses herself. Every day, she moves forward. Her legacy starts now. She's not just building for today. She's building a legacy for her family, for every woman watching her, for the girl she once was, who dreamed of more. She owns her worth. She no longer asks for validation. She walks in her value. She knows who she is, and that is her superpower. Her focus is ruthless. She is done with distractions, done with drama. She protects her time like gold. Her focus is sharp because her vision is clear. She believes before it's real. She believes in what no one else can see. She has vision. She holds the future in her mind until it becomes real. That's faith. That's fire. She turns pain into power. Every heartbreak, every failure, every scar has been fuel. She doesn't hide the pain. She uses it and turns it into pure power. She is her own competition. She doesn't compete with others. She competes with who she was yesterday. Growth is her only standard. Progress, her only comparison. She is unapologetic. She doesn't dim her light to fit in. She's done apologizing for being too much, too bold, too ambitious. She is done shrinking. Now, she expands. She writes her own rules. The world gave her a script. She threw it out. Now she writes her own story, her way, her voice, her rules. She keeps showing up, even when it's hard, even when she's tired. She shows up for her goals, for her family, for herself. Consistency is her greatness. Her circle reflects her standards. She doesn't keep people who drain her. She surrounds herself with fire, with vision, with women who clap loudly when she wins. She builds quiet mornings and big dreams. Her mornings are sacred. Silence, reflection, focus. That's where her biggest dreams are born, not in chaos, but in calm. She forgives herself and moves forward. She's done holding shame, done replaying mistakes. She forgives herself. She learns. And then she moves forward with grace and grit. She rises from failure. Failure didn't stop her. It shaped her. It showed her what doesn't work, so she could find what does. She doesn't fear failure. She uses it as fuel. She's done shrinking to fit rooms. She doesn't lower her voice anymore. She doesn't fold to please others. She walks into every room with the weight of her truth, unapologetically. She makes her own table. No seat at the table, she builds her own. She doesn't wait to be included. She creates space for herself and others. She moves through fear. Fear doesn't stop her, it signals growth. She feels it and still takes the next step. That is bravery. She chooses joy. Every day, joy is not random. She chooses it. In coffee, in sunlight, in progress. She finds it in the small and uses it to fuel the big. She rises every damn time. No matter what happens, she rises again and again. She is relentless. She is radiant. She is the fire that never goes out.